Maharashtra CM Fadnavis holds a roadshow in Nagpur ahead of the cabinet expansion. Fadnavis receives a warm welcome at his hometown Nagpur. This is the first time he's visiting since taking oath as CM. Listen into what he had to say about the cabinet expansion.
मंत्रिमंडल का विस्तार 4 बजे होने वाला है और उसमें तीनों पार्टियों के जो मंत्री हैं और राज्य मंत्री हैं वो शपथ लेंगे.
Now, after weeks of hectic parleys, Maharashtra cabinet expansion is set to take place today at around 4 p.m. The Maharashtra winter session is also set to take place in the coming days. Remember, according to sources, 6 Shiv Sena ministers will take oath today. My colleague Anuj joins us with more details. Anuj, we're expecting the cabinet expansion to take place at around 4 p.m. today. Earlier as well, you mentioned the 6 Shiv Sena ministers who are set to be inducted into the cabinet, and the focus this time around is on younger faces in the cabinet.
Well, yes, and that has been, the hints for the same were given right from the word go, whenever we talk about the cabinet expansion here in Maharashtra. Although it is just a Mahayuti 2.0 government, but then it's still a different chief minister, which is why the approach that Devendra Fadnavis is having while preparing his, team of sorts is very different from what was the case earlier. One important pointer here is that, the parleys and the intervention that has been going on between the three parties here has necessarily been about how much justice is needed to be done to all the three parties, right? Because BJP made it very clear that they are going to take a lion's share, besides keeping some important ministerial berths like the Home Ministry and even the Revenue Ministry, perhaps, and that will become clear in a short while from now onwards. But at the same time, respectable number of ministerial berths were to be given to Shinde Sena and to NCP Ajit Pawar faction as well. But one thing that we're noticing here is that the number of young faces and the newly minted ministers here in this cabinet would be more than what was the case earlier. The likes of Chandrakant Patil, Pankaja Munde, Girish Mahajan, who are considered to be loyalists of Devendra Fadnavis, continue to be there. But at the same time, there are several leaders, either from different districts of Vidarbha, be it a woman leader from Pune, or even the likes of Mangal Prabhat Lodha, a senior MLA from the from Mumbai region, is also going to be inducted today as a minister. This shows the fine balance that the Bharatiya Janata Party is at least trying to have when it comes to, a ministerial team which has enough experience, but at the same time, enough attention has been paid at making sure that there is some sort of representation to different zones of the state as well. Someone like Chandrakant Bawankule, who is the current president of the Bharatiya Janata Party's Maharashtra state unit, he did not get a ticket in 2019, and later when he was made the state unit president, it was seen as a sort of a compensatory position, but he made a great use of that. Although the Lok Sabha results did not go the Bharatiya Janata Party's way, but then they worked really hard, especially Bawankule worked very hard to make sure that the results do go in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the recently concluded state assembly election. As a result of that, we are seeing that he's been rewarded with a ministerial berth this time around as well, and that definitely is a good news for him. Girish Mahajan, a very strong face from northern Maharashtra, and is considered to be a very close ally of Eknath, of Devendra Fadnavis, will also be continuing as a minister. He was a minister of the rural affairs earlier, and now it will be interesting to see what kind of portfolio he'll get. When you talk about other parties, you got again similar sort of balance been put in place even in Shiv Sena, where you have the likes of Sanjay Shirsat, a very close ally of Eknath Shinde, continuing, or rather making his debut as a minister. He had been a 4-time MLA from his constituency, but has not really been a minister up until now. But this time around, we can see him taking oath as a minister for the first time. But is this happening at the cost of some senior ministers letting go of their ticket, either willingly or forcibly, is something that will become clear with time.